हेलो एवरीवन, गुड मॉर्निंग एंड आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू अनदर वीडियो ऑन दिस चैनल। आज की भी जो वीडियो रहने वाली है इसमें हम कवर करने वाले हैं जितने भी मेजर इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ है दैट हैव हैपेंड इन द मार्केट, impacted the market or the overall economy. So let's start and discuss about each one of them in detail. So आज की जो पहली न्यूज़ है इट इज इंडिया EFTA ट्रेड पैक्ट व्हिच इज टू टेक इफेक्ट फ्रॉम टुडे, दैट इज October 1st with a $100 billion investment plan. So yes, so जो आज की first news है, it is about a landmark trade agreement that officially comes into effect from today, that is October 1st, 2025. आज जो India EFTA Trade and Economics Partnership Agreement, that is TEPA, it marks significant milestone in India's trade relationship with Europe. I will tell you what is happening step by step. Basically, EFTA जो है, it stands for European Free Trade Association, and it includes 4 European nations. First is Iceland, second is Liechtenstein, third is Norway, and fourth Switzerland. The agreement was signed on March 10, 2024, that was last year, and it becomes operational from today. अब जो most exciting part is का it is a huge investment promise from EFTA countries. Basically, EFTA countries have promised to invest $100 billion over 15 years, with $15 billion in the first 10 years and another $50 billion in the next 5 years. अब ये जो investment है, it is expected to create approximately 1 million direct jobs in India across sectors like manufacturing, green energy, and pharmaceuticals. Now, you may ask, what about the trade benefits? Well, India will reduce or eliminate tariffs on over 80% of products that EFTA exports, which includes Swiss watches, chocolates, and cut and polished diamonds. Now, these duty concessions will be implemented over a 10-year period. Now, what makes this unique? Well, for the first time in any Indian free trade agreement, TEPA includes legally binding provisions on trade and sustainable development, covering environmental protection, labor rights, and human rights. For investors and the economy, ये इंडिया का 14th trade agreement है and the first with developed countries. It strengthens India's integration into European supply chains and positions India as a pivotal player in a global trade. Now let's head on to the next news that we have. Yes. So Man Industries shares crashed around 10.67%. So let's look at the reasons. Yes. So we have Man Industries whose shares crashed approximately 11% to 363 on September 30th, 2025. Well, the stock hit an intraday low of 340 after SEBI imposed penalties on the company and its key executive. Now मैं आपको explain करूँगा कि हुआ क्या था actually में. Basically SEBI ने issue किया था order on September 29, 2025, levying a penalty of 25 lakh on Man Industries. Additionally, penalties of 25 lakh each were imposed on Chairman Ramesh Mansukhani and Managing Director Nikhil Mansukhani and former CFO Ashok Gupta. These individuals have also been restrained from accessing the security markets for 2 years. Well, जो penalties है, it relate to the non-consolidation of financial statements with subsidiary Merino Shelters Private Limited and procedural lapses covering FY 2015 to FY 21. Now, how did the company respond? Well, Man Industry maintains that the penalty is minimum relative to its operations and won't significantly impact its financial health or day-to-day activities. The company emphasized that the restriction on trading securities does not affect its core business. Despite the regulatory setback, the company's fundamentals appear strong. Man Industries reported strong order book of approximately 4,700 crores and highlighted ongoing capital expenditure projects scheduled for completion by Q4 of FY 26. Additionally, the monetization of its MSPL asset that has already realized 70 crores with an expected 650 to 700 crores over the next 5 to 6 years. Well, the company evaluated career the SEBI order and intends to pursue legal remedies. For investors, while the stock took a hit, the company's strong order book and business outlook suggests कि ये temporary setback है if they successfully address the regulatory concern. Now let's move on to the next news. Yes. So the next news we have is Blue Dart Express sees steepest rally in 6 months. It is up approximately by 10% on price hike. So let's understand basically हुआ क्या था. Just a minute. Yes. So now let's talk about Blue Dart Express, which experienced its steepest rally in 6 months with shares surging over 10% on September 30th, 2025. So here's what triggered this jump. Basically, Blue Dart announced a general price increase, which is called a GPI, for its shipping services, effective from January 1st, 2026. Well, the company will implement an average shipping rate increase of 9% to 12%, depending on the product and the customer profile. Now, you may ask, company price hike कर क्यों रही है? Basically, a move है, it aims to address inflation. rising airline cost, and global supply chain pressures. It will help Blue Dart maintain service standards and invest in advanced technology, greener logistics, and network expansion. जो स्टॉक परफॉर्मेंस की अगर बात करें इट इज इम्प्रेसिव कंपनी के शेयर्स जो उठे थे दैट वाज अप्रोक्सीमेटली अराउंड 10 to 11% ड्यूरिंग द डे रीचिंग 6169 शेयर per share, the highest intraday gain since March 25, 2025. By 10:30 a.m. yesterday, the stock settled at 5940, marking a 6.5% increase. Notably, trading volume was also 193 times the 30-day average, indicating heightened investor interest. Now talking about the financials of the company, quarter one में company Blue Dart ने report करते consolidated net profit of 48 crores, approximately 49 crores, which was down by approximately 8.5% year on year. Revenue जो था company का that was close to 1450 crores, up from 1340 crores. Total expenses भी बढ़ गए थे company के 1385 crores हो गए थे, which showed higher operational cost and needed a price hike. Now the impact of this is to mitigate the impact on his strategic impact is to mitigate the impact on existing customers. Those signing up between October 1st and 31st December 2025 will be exempt from the price hike. The market clearly liked this pricing power and strategic move as reflected in the strong rally. Let's talk about the next news. So the final news for today we have that festival sales के दौरान quick commerce recorded an 85% volume growth, order volume growth. Let's look at it and understand हुआ क्या basically. So let's talk about busy festive season shopping, especially in quick delivery services. According to Unicommerce, orders in quick commerce went up by more than 85% compared to last year during the first week of festive sales in 2025. Now, here are the key numbers. Quick commerce grew 85% compared to last year's first festive week, massively outpacing traditional e-commerce, which grew only 21% over the same period. This analysis is based on over 40 million transactions processed by Unicommerce platform. अब ये growth जो आ रही है, what is driving it? Well, there are four main product categories that are leading it. Fast mover consumer goods, particularly healthy foods, beauty and wellness products, including makeup and personal care, health and pharma, notably nutraceuticals and supplements, and fourth is electronics, driven by home appliances and home decor. Now, जो geographic trend नजर में आ रहा है, that is quite surprising because it is showing interesting patterns. Main जो demand आ रही है, it is from tier 2 and tier 3 cities, accounted for approximately 58% of the total festive transactions, with 20% growth compared to last year. Meanwhile, metro and tier 1 cities recorded 22% growth. Now, what does this mean for businesses? Platform like IGP anticipate Q-commerce contributing 50 to 20% of festival sales, up from negligible levels earlier. IGP is like provides flowers and other decor items, cakes. So yeah, they are told that they are anticipating 15 to 20% of festival sales. Festival sales would contribute to the revenue, up from negligible levels. Love Local expects a 14-fold increase in sales GMV for the festive season compared to last year. For investors, this rapid growth of quick commerce underscores its expanding role in the Indian retail landscape. Companies in the quick commerce space, logistic providers, and FMCG brands are all benefiting from consumer demand for speed and convenience. So I'll just conclude all the news that we have covered today. The first news was the India-EFTA Trade Pact to take effect on October 1st with $100 billion investment plan. Next up, we have Man Industries, whose shares slumped 11% after SEBI imposed penalties on company and the directors. Third news was Blue Dart Express sees steepest rally in 6 months, up 10% on price hike, effective from 1st of January next year. Next, lastly, we had festival sales, saw quick commerce leading the growth with over 85% volume growth. So these were the news that we had for today. And if you found this insightful, please do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on my daily news. So that was it. Now I'll take your leave. Thank you.